What's up, baby?
You lost?
You know, I thought I was at first, until I found you.
Now, as we kickstart Season 3, I think Raquel finds herself in a bit of a dangerous position. She wants out the street game that has been pretty much her entire life, but she's wanting out the street game where her relationships with the family and especially Kanan isn't in the best of places. Patina Miller describes Season 3 as dangerous with a lot of twists and turns, but at the heart of it is still Raquel fighting for her son, fighting for that relationship, and the Thomas family trying to work out all their issues. However, all of these issues has led her to be in a lonely place where she's now accepted Unique into her home. Had she still been in the game with her head screwed on and with everybody in position, would she have let Unique in? So in this video, we're going to be exploring the relationship between Unique and Rock. We're going to be taking a look at their relationship and chemistry, but we're also going to take a look at two further perspectives. One, how Unique could be playing games with Rock by keeping his enemy close, but we're also going to explore the angle of them staying together to make one formidable team and take down a common threat, Ronnie Mathis in Raising Kanan Season 3. Now let's take it back to Seasons 1 and 2 and run through their relationship, which was very different to how we're now seeing it at this moment in time. They started as competitors in the street, with Rock laying down the law with how she doesn't kneel for no man. She was extremely tough because she had no choice. She was a woman playing in a man's world. We had Unique who took over from Ronnie after he was sent down, which we now know was due to manufactured evidence thanks to Ralph Sacristano. With Rock, she took over from High Post, who was said to have been the first to kind of teach her the game, but he was banned for telling, in other words, he was a snitch. Now after Kanan and D-Wiz killed Buck 20, it caused a lot of tension between the two, and we saw the two in a cat and mouse game. They were both working under Dean, but when Rock's supply was cut, she made a move to have Unique free up hit by law enforcement, which wasn't exactly a surprise after we found out she was Howard CI back when she was 16. We then saw Unique retaliate by hitting a stash house, and then Rock sent Unique to prison by framing Howard's shooting on Unique. Season 2 started with Unique being cleared, and with the two actually calling a truce. They were then forced to work together under this new arrangement with New Jersey's Italian mob boss Sal Baselli. But Unique, he was never made to be anybody's employee, so no doubt, I think he would have made his move and he was definitely thinking about going into a new line of work. But when his conversation with Worrell was interrupted by the mob's attack, Unique came to Rock's rescue. Now he did give her a warning earlier on about how Sal Baselli was coming for her, but this is also where we got the hint there may actually be more when it comes to the two's relationship, something that was teased by Sasha Penn post Season 2.
They say most romances start at the office. Heads bumping into each other at the water cooler and whatnot. I'm just wondering if you ever favor me like that.
Now as we transition over to Season 3's story, the cast and crew have been doing a lot of interviews now that the strike is over, and this is what Joey Badass had to say on his relationship with Rock. I don't think Unique has ever truly been satisfied with working with her. However, I do think there's been undeniable chemistry between these two characters, and I feel despite the circumstances, deep down, the two of them do believe this to be true. And you know, if circumstances were different, maybe their relationship would look a lot different. In an alternative world or alternative universe, they could definitely be extremely great partners. They're both ruthless, sharp and fly. They would be the definition of a power couple in every sense of the word, and I couldn't agree more. During Season 2 I once said if they were able to find a way to work together, they would make one formidable team. And I still think that could happen, which is something I'm going to touch on in just a moment when it comes to Ronnie. The problem is with these two characters is that both are very strong-minded, they're both leaders in their own respective ways, and you can't see either of them taking orders from each other when it comes to running a street operation. Fortunately for Unique, Rock is now out the game, so she says.
Rock's done. You believe her? I think the question is whether she believes herself.
Because of what happened at the end of Season 2, where Unique had to come to her rescue, it does seem like she now has a new perspective on life. She wants out this world which almost cost her not just her life, but also Marvin and Lou, and that's a different issue entirely, but I'm just going to put some quotes up on what Patina Miller said about her relationship with Lou, so feel free to pause if you just want to read this quote. Now she also told Unique the same, she's done what she's been doing, and she's out the street game. But Unique knows who Rock is, she's a badass boss and Southside's queenpin, and you can take her out the streets, but she will always be a hustler, it's just who she is. However, at this moment in time she is out for the time being, and she is growing closer to Unique. So this is what Patina Miller had to say on her relationship with Unique. He serves at this moment in time as a place where she can be herself. He's a comfort in a weird way. So those were some words from Patina Miller, and it is a dangerous place for Rock to be in. You know, being lonely, getting comfortable, and being in a bit of a vulnerable position is very dangerous. But I don't mean vulnerable in the sense that Rock is weak, We all know she's the complete opposite, who will always stand her ground even against the most toughest of opponents. She's also not stupid, and I'm sure she'll have her head on a constant swivel because law enforcement presence will be heavy. And again, just because she's out the game, it doesn't mean she can stop looking over her shoulder. But she's vulnerable in the sense, she doesn't really have anybody to lean on. Lou at this moment in time is saying fuck Rock. Kanan's about to be on his own hustle, and it's going to be very difficult for her to repair that relationship. She's opened up to Marvin, who does have her back, but he's facing his own battles and so is Duke. So Rock finds herself in this big house that she's bought where she's all alone at this moment in time, and Unique's just kind of there at the perfect moment where Rock needs someone. Now having said that, could Unique be playing Rock, and is this a mistake from Rock's part by letting Unique in? This is something we definitely can't rule out, and it's why I laid the foundation and the history between both of them. They were both running opposing pipelines and were once enemies, so despite Rock now saying she's out the game, Unique definitely knows better. He also knows he's in a world where you have to keep your friends close and enemies closer, so is their romance actually legit, or is it a ploy from Unique to keep Rock close, because he knows how dangerous she can be? Now we also have to factor in Ronnie. When Ronnie was in charge, High Post was the one who made deals around territory, but when Rock took over, Ronnie was in prison, and she started to take food off Unique's table and went back on those deals that High Post made with Ronnie. So in Ronnie's eyes, Rock is still considered to be an enemy, and that's another point. And not one stage in episode 1 was Unique honest with Ronnie about his relationship with Rock. He said the blood on his sleeve was a cut from the car door. He also had an opportunity to tell him about what happened the night before, and how he saved Rock later while they were driving around Queens, but he didn't. He kept that part to himself. Now not only did he not tell Ronnie about Rock, he didn't tell Rock that his big brother is now out of prison when he went over later, and so it does make you ask the question, what game is he playing? And why isn't he just honest with Ronnie? The fact is, I honestly don't think he's too happy that he's out. Of course he's happy to see his older brother again, no doubt, but I think he knows, and Panessa definitely knows, that Ronnie comes with trouble. This look between them said it all. Ronnie is going to be a menace on the streets. Now speaking of Ronnie being trouble, this is also from the official season trailer, with Unique telling Rock that Ronnie's being a little wild in the streets, and this is where we have to look at the perspective of where Unique may actually not be playing Rock. He might actually team up with her to maybe even bring Ronnie down, because he's going to cause them both a lot of problems. In the official trailer we saw Ronnie step into Kanan and asking if he was working for Unique, and if he starts messing with Kanan, then he's messing with Rock. It doesn't matter if they're not on the same page at this moment in time. If Kanan gets in trouble with Ronnie, then Rock is definitely going to be there for him. For Unique, you can definitely sense the conflict brewing. We're going to get the usual big brother little brother issues of them disagreeing of how to run their operation, how they should be doing things in the street, and Unique ain't going to take it one bit, so what is he going to do about it? I don't think both of them will be here towards the end of season 3, I really don't. I think one of them will definitely be gone, and if I were to make an early prediction, I think Unique will side with Rock and end things for Ronnie towards the end of season 3. Now what also makes me side towards this scenario is because Grantham Coleman, who plays Ronnie, has been casted in a lead role for another TV show, so will he be in both Raising Kanan while leading another show? I don't think so. So my early death prediction is Unique will side with Rock despite whether he's running game on her or not. I do think they're going to have to come together to stop Ronnie. So that's where we are at this moment in time with Unique and Rock, based on their past, present, and where I believe they could be taking their future based on a few scenarios. As always, we do have to go on the evidence, facts, and findings, rather than just throwing out some wild theories, especially when it comes to Raising Kanan. It's the most real power staying true to the culture and the 90s era, but it also has that power spin to it, and that's what makes it unpredictable at the same time. So with all of that being said, drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and let me know whether you think Unique could be playing Rock. Do you see them being together for the long term? And even if you don't, can you see them working together to take out a threat of Ronnie Mathis? I personally think so, which is what I'm personally leaning towards based on what we've seen in episode 1. But drop all your thoughts and predictions down below in the comment section, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.